day 156, and I have been trying to set up shuttles today and haven't had any luck because I didn't want to go the expensive route. So, and also because it's Mother's Day, and so a lot of the drivers are doing things with their mothers. Yay, moms. So I decided after trying a few things it wasn't going to work out. So I drove back to that section where the trail was flooded, and I had skipped 7/10 of a mile. So I'm going to go up here and do an out and back. I'm going to walk up to the ford, and then hopefully I can do the ford and then just come back straight away. There's also a chance that I won't be able to get through the ford, so hope to see how it goes. So I've run into three through hikers. That was pretty cool. I assume they started in Georgia, and if so, they're making really good time. They might be doing a flip-flop from Harper's Ferry, but no, one guy said that they had started hiking together in North Carolina, so they must be doing the trail in sequence. So, at any rate, of course, I tried to convince him to slackpack with me, but I guess if you're on the leading edge of the bubble, the bubble is the huge mass of people, the hundreds of people, well, probably 1,500 people that start in Georgia and head north. If you're among the fastest, you probably don't need to do slackpacking or not interested in it. You carried your pack this far. But I guess what I found last year was people near the end of the bubble realize time is not in their favor, so they are happy to slackpack more. So, I mean, my plan is to carry on with doing as much as I can per day with shuttle services and all that. And then my hope is to run into some through hikers that, like last year, who want to slackpack. But the good news, other good news, is all three guys made it through the ford. They said the rocks were just about 10 inches below the surface now, rather than 3 feet like the other day. So that's good news. Here's what the trail looks like in front of me. I'm having to go up and over a knob and down to the lake, around the lake. So tomorrow I think I'm going to have my Lyft driver back working with me. Right now he's doing Mother's Day stuff, and it'd be nice if that could get me to Bear Mountain Bridge. We'll see. It'd be nice. Maybe I can find, after this little escapade, if I could find another mile or two I could whack off mileage from. At any rate, I'll talk to you later. Hey, this is the lake that the water from the ford goes into. I think it's another something less than 2/10 of a mile from here. But here's some cool news. Just talked to another guy, another graybeard, who is slackpacking today, and I think with a relative who lives not far off the trail here in New York. But his slackpacking ends tomorrow, so he was planning on continuing by backpacking, and of course I gave him a good sales pitch for why we should slackpack together. Got his phone number, and hopefully we'll meet tomorrow morning. There's the downstream part. Somebody said they went across that yesterday and got waist deep. That would have been chilly. So where do I go here? Hey, this 40 feet keeps me from having a complete trip from here to Georgia. I got to do it. Okay, there's Bear Mountain Bridge down there that the Appalachian Trail goes across, and it kind of goes over there and up on that mountain and that away. That's to the north. That's, of course, the Hudson River, and down that direction is New York. And I'm not quite on the Appalachian Trail here, but the trail goes something like that, and then climbs up this mountain. Hopefully I'll be going down it, but still, I'm not sure I'm going to do this. I really came up here hoping that I could find somebody that would take my car down there so I could hike down there, but I don't think it's really going to be helpful. Okay, I realize that probably the most beneficial thing I could do would be to come down here and hike over the bridge. I guess that's probably the trail there. At any rate, this way I can start whatever hike at either end of the bridge. So this is Bear Mountain Bridge, and it's also the lowest point on the Appalachian Trail, so that must mean it's all uphill from here, right? Okay, even though I'm a rock climber, the height thing is kind of bothersome. I think I'll walk a little bit away from that side. Oh my God. There's the view up the Hudson. Okay, so I did the bridge walk, and then there was a road walk, and now I'm back to the AT at mile 1,408. So this is an up and over, but it's a couple miles to the next road, which wouldn't be a problem except that I have to come back this way. So, Hudson Highland State Park. Any rate, so I'm gonna not go any further up this for now. Any rate. So now I get to walk back across the bridge, unless of course I can hitchhike. I got a ride back across the bridge. That was just sweet. It was weird walking across that bridge. But now for the dangerous part, huh? I could push that button, but I'll kind of wait it out. I'm going to do this section of the trail. See the change direction blaze there. It goes through there. And this is like the only zoo on the Appalachian Trail, right on it. But you have to be here between 10 and 4:30 to go through this way. Otherwise you have to take a blue blaze trail going back this way. But I guess I'll try and figure out another time to... Gotta go through the zoo, right?